Ray Bradshaw, Mr. RTBA, Mr. These Boys Can't Touch Me on my worst day.
And this is JJ Solomon.
And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast. And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast. It's your boy, Mr. RTBA, Mr. 214, Senor Dos, Uno Cuatro, Senor Dos Catorce, with my guy.
What's up, man? It's JJ Solomon.
Man, what's poppin', man?
Oh, just another Monday.
Man.
Just another Monday, man. Another Monday. Good times. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm great, man. Shout out to everybody on here from the 214 to across the pond. We really appreciate everybody who give us feedback, who tune in on a day-to-day basis, when the Spit Bucket, Mr. RTBA, JJ Solomon, when we drop our videos. We also appreciate everybody who looked at our last video we dropped with Floyd.
Kid Austin
Schofield. You know, we appreciate y'all. Salute to y'all for that. If y'all ain't watched that, please watch that.
Yeah, go check it out. Kid Austin and his pops putting the division on notice. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys. Episode 14, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You know how I say 14 in Spanish? I know you do it. It's part of your name.
14.
There it goes.
14.
There it goes.
Episode 14.
There it is. Episode 14, the Spit Bucket Podcast out here in downtown Dallas. It's a good time right now, man.
Beautiful downtown Dallas. As y'all can see before the sun set, you can see a little bit how beautiful our view is out here. We're in the heart of the city in Dallas, and that's downtown Dallas to be exact.
It's a beautiful time. It's that one time of the year too where it's not dark at 6 o'clock. It's already 7. It's starting to get dark earlier, but
I know they're gonna push that. So hold up, when time is we gonna lose an hour?
I thought you were about to say when time comes change.
No,
we're gonna lose an hour.
Oh,
so no, we're gonna gain an hour.
Oh, we is.
You fall backwards, spring forward.
Okay.
So we're gonna get an extra hour of sleep.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, you're gonna get an extra hour of no sleep.
I ain't gonna.
Well, extra hour of no sleep. You have a baby.
Oh yeah,
That's just 60 more minutes of tossing and turning.
Well, shout out to my beautiful wife Taylor because she handled it all at night while I'm asleep. You know, because when I'm asleep, but I still hear the baby. But when I wake up and look, she has.
You got Miss Taylor. Hey, and also shout out to my little. I came up with a term today. My queenager.
Ooh.
Little Joey Elena, my little baby girl, turned 13 years old on Saturday. We had I sent you that video.
Man, y'all did it big. Give us a little break. Y'all did it
There's
big.
no breakdown necessary.
No, but like, JJ, you got a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds.
Oh,
how many did you have?
It was 11 little girls. And listen, man, they were screaming from the tops of their lungs. And there was a moment in that video I sent you where I thought girls were over Justin Bieber. But no, man, they were screaming. It sounded like a whole choir in there. 50 little girls just screaming, baby, baby, baby. Oh, yes.
I seen you and Amanda. I seen y'all holding it down, boy. But like I said, shout out to you because I ain't had a birthday in a long time.
Hey,
and
we threw
you
you
and
birthday.
Amanda threw me and my wife a birthday because it was right there together. So I know how y'all do when it comes to turning up and making sure folks
Just
have
the people
a good
we
time.
love, man. The people we love, yeah. But happy birthday, Joey Elena. Daddy loves you
birthday.
very much. 13 years old. Keep being a great little girl, because I don't want you not to be. But anyway, man, it's kind of the boxing Christmas week for us because there's a big card this weekend, October 15th. Hold on, let's talk a little bit about what just happened. We just got. We were supposed to have Conor Benn and Chris Eubank, but Conor Benn somehow mysteriously failed a drug test, and him and his pops are still super confused. And then we had Sebastian Fundora, 154-pound junior middleweight, super welterweight, whatever you guys want to call him, contender, fight coming up against Carlos Ocampo. So he still put on a good show, but the towering Inferno, he had a big fight. Let me flash up his pictures in case anybody needs a reminder of who Mr. Sebastian Fundora is. There he is with that was him, the winner. Y'all not supposed to know he was gonna be the winner. he won. But yeah, we had Fundora Ocampo. You guys might remember Ocampo, especially here in the DFW area, when He took on Mr. Errol Spence Jr., Errol the True Spence Jr., and you were at that fight, weren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
What'd you think about it? What'd you think about the Spence Ocampo fight? So what was it? Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's the fight, where I was in the dressing room with Earl. I ain't trying to give myself no credit for giving him the victory. Well, nobody over there talking to him. Mr. Al TBA say, I start thinking about Eminem. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity comes. So I went over there, I started talking that talk. And he went out there and destroyed Ocampo. But
so are you saying it was correct?
No, I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying I give myself a little percentage of it because, it's hard to get, even though you want to fight, but Ocampo, that was just a homecoming for Earl, and he needed to hear that, like fighters need to hear that sometime to
get ready for the fight, man. You got to get them that energy pumping.
But speaking of Ocampo, this was a guy after that Earl loss, like you stated to me early, won 12 fights in a row, up and down competition,
Moved up in weight,
moved up in
154,
weight.
yep.
So think about that. And then when I speak about Sebastian Fundora, everybody want to talk about him now today because Ocampo gave him a fight. Like, he wasn't that highly touted prospect from the 214 to across the pond. See, this right here showed me Ocampo was a better fighter than we thought he was, Jay.
Well, we don't know much about Fundora yet besides the fact that he's 6'6", 154 pounds. I mean, there was a lot of people hyping him up, and there are a lot, but he still deserves to be. I mean, Fundora continues to shut me up. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean I think he's going to fail. I'm just not, when I see his body style, when I see that, it's just natural to me. I'm not, like I said, I'm not hating one bit, but when you see somebody that tall and that skinny at that weight division where these guys start packing punches and make targeted effort to knock the body, I just don't see much of a future. But Fundora's proven that. So you're saying that Ocampo lasted 12 rounds with a legitimate prospect, so maybe we should put a little bit more respect on Ocampo's name.
Oh, absolutely, because, that was the thing about it. That's the one thing that they said, and it was something that you could talk about when it came to Earl Spence. How big was that victory against Ocampo? He was somebody who we really didn't know about. And Ocampo, years later, stood tall against a rising prospect and also showed flaws of the rising prospect. And Ocampo showed that he belonged the entire time. That just showed how good Earl Spence was, in my opinion.
Yeah, I see that, man. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I wouldn't call it a close fight, though. Ocampo lasted 12 rounds, but there was a point where the ref was threatening to stop it, though I think that was a little premature and silly, too. But let's be real. You see the pictures on your screen. Like, Fundora put it on him, and I don't think that fight should have gone 12 rounds. He, for some reason, decided to make it a telephone booth fight, and there was no reason for it, but he could have kept a distance, and I think that fight would have been done with, but he chose to go to 12 rounds. Ocampo put up a good fight. But, I don't know what I feel about Fundora's future yet. I'm not quite there yet. I don't know that he's ready for a Charlo. I don't know if he's ready for what's the kid Charlo's fighting next? Tim Tszyu. I don't know if he's quite ready for that yet, but, time will tell. These guys fight to prove us wrong, and I'll tell you, if he puts on if he gets a belt sometime in the next 12 to 18 months, I'll be one of the guys he proved wrong. He is sitting right there as mandatory in the W.
I look at it like this. I look at it that Ocampo made it tough on him to where he had to go in that phone booth. But this the good thing about it, is tape there now for Fundora to go back and look at, and he could see some things he could work on. Yeah, you was winning this fight. Why did you decide to do that? Why did you want to make it a phone booth fight? But I look at it as Ocampo was doing some things, even though he may have been winning. We in inside that square circle. Ocampo may have been doing some things that made him want to make it a phone booth fight, or he just wanted to show how tough he was.
Yeah, it was that one. He even said it after the fight. He wanted to give the fans what they wanted, but honestly, when you're that tall and you have that long a reach, ultimately fans want to see a knockout, and we don't want to see 12 rounds of just, inside work, almost like a glorified sparring session. So he claimed he wanted to give the fans what they wanted, a brawl and that sort of deal. But that was just a waste of 5 rounds, in my opinion. What the fans wanted was to see a knockout, and I think he could have done that by keeping a little bit better distance in between him and Ocampo. But needless to say, he's number 1 ranked. He's a mandatory now in the WBC. We'll see what happens with Charlo and Tim Tszyu when that happens. Fundora's supposed to be the next guy in line for the WBC, so we'll see how that goes. Congratulations to Fundora, and congratulations to his little sister. First time they've been on a card, but that's like the Fundora fighting family, what they call them now, or the fighting Fundoras, or something like that. But Gabrielle Fundora too, she put it off. So great weekend for those guys.
I can't wait to see this guy in person, if we have the chance to see Sebastian Fundora. Because this is, I've never seen nothing like this before. 6'6", 154 pounds. I want to actually look at this guy from head to toe. Because even looking on them pictures, it make him look a little bigger. And I know a guy who's 6'6", weighing 154 pounds, you like.
Yeah, dude. The camera adds 10 pounds, apparently. That dude is, hopefully we get a chance we're going to be out in his neck of the woods next week. Let's talk about this a little bit. But congratulations to the Fundora family. Great weekend. But we're going to be in Indio, California, October 20th for Kid Austin's debut fight on the Golden Boy roster. Big congrats to signing with Golden Boy. But we're going to be checking him out there on DAZN. You guys check him out. He's out of Austin, Texas. 11-0, 9 knockouts. We had an opportunity to interview him and Floyd Schofield, senior and junior. The dude is not lacking confidence.
Not at all. Him or his father.
Yeah.
Like I told his father, Jay, he made for TV, and that's how you sell a fighter. Like, we could talk about these dads, and it probably do be annoying to us. It probably be annoying moments where we be like, but at the end of the day, look at all these dads who talked a lot for their sons. There was a lot of dads who made it to this level where their sons was quiet and they talked, from Robert Guerrero daddy, Angel Garcia, Danny Garcia daddy. Even look now, Devin Haney daddy does a lot of talking. Now, the new sensation on the block, Floyd Schofield Sr., he is the new talker and talking about, can he talk? I mean, and not just talk, because everything he's saying is reality, because his son is superb right now. But he's one of the best talkers in boxing right now.
Best talker in boxing. And like you said, some people might watch him talk and the things he has to say, and you could very easily say that he's not. But he legitimizes what he says. And what I mean by that is he's got some sort of backing. So it's not like some of these dads we see who just come out nonsense. But let's not take the spotlight off of Junior, man, off of Kid Austin. The kid's so far perfect. Like I said, he got personally reached out to by Oscar De La Hoya. He's in the Golden Boy family now, and he's got some things to say. Like I said, on that video, you'll see he put all of 135 on notice. It's early. He's 20 years old, but, hey, you got to start. You got to start somewhere. You can't just be sitting around. So they're actively chasing the big names. He said he's the first guy to test Haney's chin and expose it. So,
and I'm saying, like his dad said and he said, ain't nobody came out and said he didn't do that shit. Because you got to think about it. When a guy like, and it's going to go viral when you talk like that, especially about a guy like Devin Haney, and you have some merit to talk about it. That's going to go viral where everybody see it. You can't tell me Devin Haney didn't see it. You can't tell me Bill Haney didn't see it. You can't tell me a lot of people from his camp didn't see it, because he ain't just been on our show. He was on our friend show from Las Vegas. Shout out to the Boxing Force. Shout out to Ness and Ring Walk Danny. So they've been making their rounds.
Yeah, they're not sugarcoating it.
Talking this talk, and Devin Haney ain't saying nothing.
I hadn't heard a peep.
Shakur don't let people talk to him like this. Shakur gonna come out and say something. Ain't said nothing.
That's weird to me, bro. Because they call each other out, and if anybody, especially a young up-and-coming prospect, says some stuff like that, but we hadn't heard anything. No. And don't think that Floyd Sr. is trying to sugarcoat it like you just said. You even try to tee him up and say, hey, don't you think this might come off as whatever, disrespectful, bad blood? And they're doubling down. No, It's not personal. Devin doesn't want us. He will never be
'Cause he
ready
gonna
for us.
run.
Guys, he took it as far as calling Devin Haney Paulie Malignaggi.
Damn.
That's, I mean, no disrespect to Paulie. Paulie had a hell of a career and a hell of a boxer, but, you know, in the general public's eyes, when you think of Devin Haney, you don't necessarily think about Paulie Malignaggi and Floyd.
It's a great comparison, though. The thing is, Devin Haney's skill set is better than Paulie Malignaggi, in my point. But the thing where I think he comparing them, because I once said this, you know, Devin Haney, you know.
You said it, yeah.
He don't have tremendous knockout power, and that's something that Paulie Malignaggi didn't have. But I see Devin Haney growing into his strength, and especially after becoming undisputed, you can't see nothing but the confidence zooming now with Devin Haney. That's why I told Floyd, I don't think that Devin Haney wouldn't want to fight you guys.
Oh, yeah. And you know his response? I know Devin Haney wouldn't want to fight us guys.
I know a fighter.
Yep.
He said, I know when the fighters don't. I mean, but let's be honest and objective. Right now, Floyd not even. I mean, he's in the.
Based on what we see, based on the footage we've got, the fights we saw, we were in person, obviously.
Yeah,
I mean, how can
he there, but he not there yet to where Devin Haney should give him that. Like, he almost there. I think 3-4 more fights. Then,
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people starting to take notice of him now.
Sure.
You know, especially us. We high on this guy.
Super high.
Like, we know what he could do. But being realistically, they understand. And Floyd said it himself. They're not going to fight us right now. And even if they do fight, it'll be like 2 years down the road, and it'll be a mega fight. So right now, they see him, but they don't see him yet.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm excited about the young man's future. We'll see what his Golden Boy debut looks like. October 20th.
October 20th.
On the Zone. You guys check out our homie. Huh?
Indigo.
It's in Indio, California.
Indio.
Yeah, at the Paris.
resorts.
Yeah, it's some casino in Indio. Y'all check it out. But yeah.
We'll let y'all know when we come back from break.
Yeah, we'll come back from break. Take a look. Yeah, my bad. I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
No, it's cool. We want y'all to make sure y'all check out our sponsors real quick. KO Therapeutic.
We all have battles. We fight. We train. We work. We persevere. And we celebrate. We are all one.
I can't do anything if I can't walk in my prosthetic. It's a lot of pain that I feel throughout my day. It can be very intense. Now I just put that balm over it and it will heal up much faster and it will let the callus recover. That's amazing. It is a total game changer. I am hooked. I'm just hooked.
Life is hard. KO makes it better. KOCBD.com.
I don't need to save money. I want to put on good fights. So that was a good fight for the Zone. So I'm disappointed. But what is the point in signing up?
We'll be back to that in a minute.
Yeah. No, spoiler alert. We'll talk about Mr. Eddie here in a little bit. But anyhow, yeah, check out KOCBD.com. Use the code TSB10. Guys, if you're an athlete, if you have work that wears you out, if you're in pain, if you know somebody's in pain, trust us. Check it out at KOCBD.com. Use the discount code TSB10. Watch it change your life.
And everybody, please make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. This episode 14, the Spit Bucket Podcast. We appreciate everybody who's been tuned into us thus far. Just know we got a lot more coming. We got the will to win, and we got the drive to go a long way. And we understand we the type of guys, if you don't take risks, you ain't going to get no reward. And when it comes to the Spit Bucket, we all about taking every risk to get what we need to be.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Al Money.
Al Money in
good
the
old
building.
Al Money.
Shout
Always.
out to Al Money. Shout out to everybody who gonna catch this now or catch it on the replay. Shout out to everybody on Apple, Spotify. Where else is it?
Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podbean.
Yeah, Podbean. Shout out to every social media platform we on. Also shout out to Facebook, Instagram. Just shout out to everybody, man. We starting to make waves, and it's because of y'all that we're able to make this waves, and we want to let y'all know that and let y'all know how we really appreciate y'all support.
And like we said, we'll be in Cali. We'll be on the West Coast.
Oh yeah,
next,
we're gonna be in
we,
the West Side.
Yep. So we'll be planting our little TSB seeds.
Hold up, we going to California. Dum, dum.
I was gonna sing.
California, here
Yeah.
we come.
Jeez, I was just gonna do the California, here I come. Right back.
Or Tupac. California
There we go.
knows how to
We can do it all.
party.
Hey, let's not forget about deep in the heart of Texas, though. That's our first love.
Oh God, in them.
Our first love. Hey man, but we just talked about Fundora. There was supposed to be another fight on October 8th. There was supposed to be. It sold out in 7 minutes. It was supposed to be a rivalry fight between two rivalry families. And what? Were you scrolling through your articles?
Yeah,
what was that? What was
scrolling up
happening?
my articles and what do we see? Conor Benn tests positive for this banned substance that's big time. This ain't just no regular substance. This is a big time substance that do something to your body that's gonna inflict pain on somebody, gonna help you work out and do all of that stuff more better. And I got no respect for guys like that. I mean, like, dude, could I give a guy like that a second chance? You know, listening to our guy Lukey, I understand it is about second chances, right? And I'm pretty sure I probably could get past this, Jay, sometime in the future. But right now, it's here. It just happened recently. And you know, right now, Conor Benn, he's a disgrace for the sport of boxing right now. He put a bad spotlight, and not just in boxing, in the UK. And then UCAD is talking about banning this guy for 4 years.
It seems harsh, bro, but how else are we going to get a sport to change? How else are you going to get people to think about the consequences? You know, it has to be extreme, and that's what we talked about, like you said, with our homie Lukey from itrboxing.com. Big shout out to Lukey. It's life or death. And what's crazy about this is that we just, and I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but a week before, somebody just died in the ring. Well, he took a life-ending injuries. He died 3-4 days later. A Colombian boxer, and I'm sorry, I forget his name. But this is right after that. We're literally seeing somebody die in the ring once a year now, right? I mean, it's about once a year now. We're seeing somebody else die in the ring. And then we can take it a step further. And we talked about this on TSB Unscripted. Listen, Nigel Benn ended Gerald McClellan's career. And nobody's saying that it was because of drugs or PEDs or nothing like that. But we can know for a fact that Gerald McClellan is pretty much a vegetable now. And that happened at the hands of Nigel Benn. So don't you think fighter safety should be number one in both those guys' heads?
Exactly. And how is that such a coincidence like that? Like, Nigel Benn was known for his power, right, JJ? Mm-hmm. And think about it. He could say
relentless power.
Relentless power, bro. That dude hit hard. Like, he broke shit on people, right? And this is my thing right here. That's his son. That's his father, right? Especially it's two common things they got in common. They father and son, blood related, and both of them boxed. His father know the ins and out. His father, he ain't gonna. You can't sit up here and make me believe that his father didn't know nothing about this. You know, and it make you look at his father and look at his record and see, like, how really good was you? And just think, if Vada wouldn't have caught this under UCAD protocols, like, he probably could have rented here and put a damage on.
Do you see how he ended Algieri?
Yeah, Algieri. Like, bro.
We know Algieri's not a. Yeah, I'm not saying Algieri's Mr. Granite Chin, but it wasn't a one-shot knockout from Manny Pacquiao. You know, it was just kind of smothering type deal. This was a one-shot knockout with Algieri. He finished with who was after Algieri?
Chris Van Heeren?
Yeah, Van Heeren. Yeah. We even had, I mean, we had an opportunity to talk to Gerald McClellan Jr. And
He said like father, like son.
yeah,
I'm with that. JJ,
you can't help but suspect that. You know what I mean? We're not calling ourselves the drug testers, and we know all, but you can't help but suspect it, bro. Like, that family needs to be extra careful. We saw here. Let's take a look at Conor Benn's apology. He came out, said, "I'm sorry that everybody's been affected by the postponement. I'm still completely shocked and surprised by this, and it has been a tough couple of days. My team and I will consider the next options, including rescheduling the fight, but my immediate concern is on clearing my name because I am a clean athlete." Corey, is he a clean athlete? What is it?
No, he's not a clean athlete. You just got busted, dude. And look, this is a thing right here. In the UK, they don't test like VADA test. That would have slipped up under.
Yep.
They say if that was under UCAD, they would have never caught that, fam. So when he get out there and say, "I'm a clean athlete," he's standing on that, JJ.
Yep.
That's just like spitting, not only spitting in my face, your face, and everybody from the 214 to across the pond, fam. The best thing that he could have did was came out here and took your lumps.
Yep.
Took it like a man. Everybody mess up, B. We all make mistakes. Like, we all make crucial mistakes. I done made a crucial mistake where I had to put my pride to the side, Jay, and just accept what I had to accept. And for Conor Benn not to do that, that's spitting in every human being face from the 214 to across the pond.
Yup, man. There's something about owning up to your shit. You know, and it's almost the same feeling I have when some of these fighters have excuses after they lose, and we always say you're never going to grow if you don't accept the loss. Well, if you do something wrong, and you don't fess up to it, you don't acknowledge it and take accountability, you're never going to grow from it. And you're right. You're spitting on the fans' face. You're spitting on the undercard's face. You're spitting on your family name. You're spitting on Gerald McClellan and his family. You're spitting on everybody to look the cameras in the eyes and say, you had to know something, man. It ain't going to pop up on the test. This is a female drug that's specifically for women's hormones. Like, there's no reason it should be anywhere near a man.
Damn. He was willing to go that and take some female shit. And, JJ, you know that type of drug, it clear out your system in 3 to 4 days, right? That's what they said. So he played it wrong, fam. Like, this is like, I hope you can make a stand on this and block him for 4 years, because this will set a precedence for everybody. And like I said, they got to fix up that shit. I think about how many other fighters in the UK then had to fight like this. But if you really think about it, they're on even playing field. But it's a lot of people who doing it the right way. You can't sit up here and tell me, JJ, people in the UK know that UCAD don't test for these different type of drugs. They're not going to push it to the limit. How many other fighters from the UK? I talked to Clarissa Shields. I said, "Clarissa Shields, I hope y'all took VADA testing over there." She said, "We did, champ."
We did, champ. But she said it just like that too, did she? Yeah, it's a problem. Corey, do you think the picture that's on the screen is deserved? Did he deserve it?
Oh,
is he
absolutely.
a Pinocchio?
Oh, he's the modern day 2022 Pinocchio, fam. And like I said, he's a disgrace to the sport right now because he's standing on it, fam. Fam, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your family. Don't do it to the sport of boxing, because we're not going to look at you the same. At least if he would have come out and said, "You know what? I did. I took something I wasn't supposed to take."
It's a big fight. You know, everybody's watching.
It's a big fight.
Yeah.
You know, I just think about wanting to get revenge for my dad, you know, of the embarrassment he had when he was the highly favored to beat Chris Eubanks Sr. He could have came out and said that, and I would have took it in. Yeah, you still wrong, right? But I could understand that because we all, one point in our life, try to push it to the limit in something. You know, the saying was going on, like, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win.
Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win, man.
But not cheating like that, though. His cheating is a whole different cheating. I'm just giving examples. Everybody cheat. But the way he cheated is very irresponsible. That guy, instead of coming out standing on it and saying, "Oh, I'm clear my name."
We're going to get to the bottom of this. What does that mean? It's already to the bottom of this. You're gonna have to bring some hard evidence that you were accidentally taking your wife's medicine or something. I mean, it makes no sense, and it's terrible. Al Money says it hits hard right now for sure. Athletes risk their lives when they step in that ring, and he's absolutely right, man. This is, Lukey. Listen, I'm all about second chances. You're looking at a guy who not only has second chances, but third and fourth and fifth chances. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about forgiveness. I'm all about a clean slate. But which is what we were talking about last week. You don't put somebody who's a sexual offender to go be put them in a daycare, or you don't put a gambling addict to work in a casino. So yeah, get your second chances, but don't get. And what we're referring to right now is
Victor Conte.
Yeah, we're referring to Victor Conte being allowed to be around in the boxing. And then we started talking a little bit. You guys can check out the interview last Thursday on Unscripted. Do these boxers deserve second chances, or should it be an automatic ban? And I get how it sounds too extreme and there can be anomalies or false positives, but we're talking about people's lives here. We're not talking about how can you hit a home run or not, or how fast can you run a 40. We're talking about you having a competitive edge to punish the guy or woman in front of you. So we're talking, this is apples and oranges. If that's almost assault, that's almost attempted murder. I know it sounds extreme.
No, that's completely what it is, JJ. It's assault. It's attempted murder. Like, look, I'm about second chances, and like we said, the common denominator, we stood on that. They should be banned for life. But I like UK positioning it, because remember, I was saying 5 years.
Yeah.
4 years is a long time. That boxer made that mistake. You put yourself in that position. So you're going to have to make sure that you're ready and you're clean for the next 4 years if this is what you want to do still. Because like I said, you made that choice to do that drug. But Conor Benn, I think that was horrible of him to come out and make that statement. Very irresponsible, and your name is tainted forever. You're not going to be able to clear up your name, Conor Benn, because as a man, you should have came out and stood. You should have came out and took that. Sometimes you got to take stuff and admit to your wrong, especially when it's something like that.
100%. And then you think 4 years is too long, or that's too harsh. What about all the people on that undercard, bro, who not only financially didn't, it's not just about the paycheck, but it's about your career path. It's about that one opportunity you get to be on this undercard, and now it's gone. That's what you've been working for the past 6. Most professional fighters can't professionally fight full-time for income. So these people on that undercard had to sacrifice work, had to sacrifice money, time with their family, going to work out after they get off of work. All for what? Nothing now, because the fight didn't happen. And then now you're messing up your chances to climb in the rankings and all that sort of deal. So not only is it a payday that he cost to people, so no, at the end of the day, 4 years ain't nothing. And you potentially could have put Eubanks' life at risk.
Man, and that's great.
The number one thing.
Hey, JJ, I'm glad you said that. That was a great point you said. Just like ruining everybody else on the card. Like all the underfighters. Like, the fight sold out in 7 minutes. So a lot of them guys who made it to that stage, this was going to be probably the biggest money that they ever made in their life. And they had that hard 8 to 12-week training camp, and at the snap of a finger, all that hard work they put in, the money that they was looking to bring in, that they probably needed for their family, is gone just like that, because one guy decided that he didn't want to do it the right way. He didn't want to do it the harder way. He wanted to go, to do it how he wanted to do it, to give himself an extra advantage to be the superior. And I just think that was really terrible for the sport.
And let's just talk about this real quick. We don't beat a dead horse on this subject. But look, Eddie Hearn, everybody's got their feelings on Eddie Hearn. This was a while back when one of Eddie Hearn's fighters was on the other end. Keep in mind, Conor Benn fights for Eddie Hearn. He's one of a Matchroom roster. But here's Eddie Hearn's thoughts on failed drug tests.
I don't need to save money. I want to put on good fights. So that was a good fight for the zone. So I'm disappointed. But what is the point in signing up for drug testing if when you fail, everyone just goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just let him fight." Yeah. So the argument of, well, it's all right with you, Ked, It's totally irrelevant. You've signed drug testing with VADA, the best testing agency, in my opinion, in the sport.
The best testing agency in the sport. He's saying, if you what's the point of test if we're gonna have the fight anyway? And that same Eddie Hearn was the guy who was given the British board of whatever that would be, BBOC, hell for the mishaps in their procedures. Hey, listen, just like you said, Eddie Hearn, you're absolutely right. A few months back when it was your fighter, there's no excuse for it. What's the point of having tests? So now now that it's your fighter, you want to let's see how fast we can reschedule it. And this was a disgrace. Come on, man.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Hypocrisy,
too.
man.
See, the thing is, he was trying to come play cleanup man a few days later because at instant, and the people from across the pond and like the people over here in the States, they had a lot of criticism over there because not only did Eddie Hearn, but the other promoter, I can't think of his name right now, but he promotes Eubank. They were still trying to find a way to put on this fight. So Eddie Hearn trying to save face right now. Like as soon as this happened, he should have came out, but because it was his fighter, he didn't want to come out immediately. But just think, if this was his prized possession, and it happened to Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk.
Oh yeah,
came up. Think about how of an outroar he would have been.
We need to clean up boxing immediately.
Immediately.
Oh man, I got love for Eddie Hearn. He puts a lot on good vibes on, but that's
Eddie Hearn. I feel a certain type of way about Eddie Hearn now because at the end of the day, he should have said, "Quick, call this off." They stalled it out for a day.
We thought it was still could possibly happen,
and we ain't supposed to think that.
Yeah,
like when somebody get popped dirty, we ain't supposed to think that. Now, if it was somebody on the undercard, and I don't truly believe it was nobody on the undercard who could have came up and helped save that fight.
No,
with,
not on that
Eubanks
undercard.
Jr., right? But no, man, I mean, I feel a certain type of way against Eddie Hearn too, and the other dude who promote Eubanks. You got to give credit to Eubanks. He a fighter. He still want to fight. He had that shirt on 60%. So he had the ultimate confidence that he was going to get it done. But like
he was ready, man. You hate to see that situation. But listen, we wanted to see that fight. It was going to be interesting. But we'll see what happens down the line. But we didn't get that fight last weekend, but we got a lot of them this weekend.
A lot of fights.
A lot of. Hey, did you, before we get into the big weekend, man, we're in Dallas. We're in downtown Dallas.
Yeah.
Our Cowboys are 4-1.
Oh, yeah, shout out to the Cowboys, man.
I mean, I feel like we should talk about that a little bit, right? It's Monday Night Football right now. People probably watching football anyway.
Let me holler at people right quick.
Go ahead.
You know,
say something
like
real quick.
Let me holler at everybody, especially them Philadelphia Stank fans, right? Because we got them coming up next. Let me holler at y'all specifically because y'all was clamping y'all hand, stomping your feet, shouting for joy when everybody seen Dak Prescott go out in that first game. And obviously, us here as Dallas fans,
No doubt.
we thought it was over with. We didn't know what to expect of Cooper Rush for that first. When we lost that, everybody who say, I go with their teams, all of y'all was coming at every Cowboy fan saying it's over with, calling us the Cowgirls. Nobody thought that we was going to do the unthinkable when our $200 million quarterback go out, a backup Cooper Rush come in, and we done won 4 straight. And now everybody who was talking that shit, y'all got to put some respect on the Cowboys' name. And JJ, I'm gonna say this: I'm ready for Dak to come back whenever he do. Not yet. You don't have to rush him. But with the way that defense is playing, and this is totally unbiased, it ain't just because I'm a Cowboy fan. If Dak come back, if Dak was watching what Cooper Rush was doing and how he was game managing the game with a little bit more flair Dak could do, that's the recipe to go to the Super Bowl.
No doubt. And do me a favor, bro. Knock on some wood, what you just said. But listen, dude, we're 5-1, 4-1 right now, right? And times are high and all that good stuff. But our offense, I think we're still ranked 25th in the league, something like that. We're putting up, I think we had like 76 pass yards on Sunday, and we're still managing to win by multiple possessions. These aren't coming to the end games. These are comfortable not having anxiety attacks by the end of your Sunday. But that just tells me that, look, I'm not this Dak guy who thinks Dak's going to take us to the Super Bowl and the promised land. But now we don't have to just completely rely on him. Do what Cooper Rush is doing. Coaching staff, coach a game that's built for your player. Don't ask them to do the unthinkable. Don't ask them to put us in vulnerable situations. Just drive the bus. Do I think Dak is a $40 million quarterback? No.
Yeah, he is with the mark of the quarterback.
Well, okay, yeah. With today's economy, you're probably right.
He
Yeah,
is.
but yeah, maybe $30 million. But okay, let's say he is a $40 million quarterback. So all we're asking a $40 million quarterback is not even to carry the team no more. Just make the right decisions. Don't force it, and let number 11, Micah, the monster, whatever you want to call him, man,
not
bro.
just him, that entire defense, like from Diggs to that entire line, Lawrence, the rookie
bro.
Sam Smith, Vanderish, the blessing in disguise, the safety, what's his name, number 6. Can't think of his name right now. But the safety, him. Everybody know who I'm, Quincy Jones. But him, the safety.
Damn it, man.
Like, bro, the Cowboys have a chance to compete for it all. I'm not on here saying, I'm not one of them foolish fans who saying we could win it all. But now with our defense, bro,
it's special, dog.
that's teams are averaging 13 points a game. And if you look at the score every week, it went down. I'm not saying, obviously, it's going to be like that forever where it go down every week because we got NFL teams out here who can play. We got a big one coming up against Philly. I can't sit up here and say Philly ain't legit. They 5-0. You know, they legit. But I'm going to say like this. Philly ain't seen no defense like ours yet.
They have not. And listen, man, like our defense, this is the first time I was reading up on it in 50 years for the Cowboys. The last time was 72, whatever that was. Yeah, 72. That we held 5 consecutive opponents with 20 points or less. See, one time you say that was a fluke. 2 times, okay, y'all got lucky. 3 times, but 5 times in a row we held the Super Bowl champs. And I know the team's beat up. I know the team's different. I know, but still, you're the Super Bowl champs. You're still Matt Stafford. We held them to 10 points, and Matt Stafford looked like he was about to be broken in half by the end of that game. But let me talk about Philly real quick, man. Like, listen, there's 31 other teams in the league, and there's 30 other teams that I respect their fan base. There's one team that I could not possibly care less for anything less than them, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles fan base.
I feel you, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, just people that have laughed at life coming career-ending injuries. Boo Superman. Not Superman, Santa Claus. Boo your own players. Not just once, all the time. Your players constantly have to be thinking in the back of their heads, am I going to get booed today by my own fan? To me, the Philly football fans are just the worst in the league. Yeah. But listen, y'all 5-0. And then y'all riding a nice little streak. Listen, don't forget, just in January, y'all got crushed 51-26 by who? The Dallas Cowboys.
They know.
And that was before this defense was what it's doing today.
They know.
51-26.
Yeah.
And yeah, y'all riding it. Listen, y'all played the Redskins Washington Commanders 3 times in the past, 8 weeks. Y'all played the Lions. Y'all played the Giants. Y'all played the Jaguars. Y'all played the Falcons and barely got away with a win in the Falcons. The last 2 legitimate teams y'all played are the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. Buccaneers kicked y'all out of the playoffs in the first round, and the Cowboys crushed y'all 51-26. So enjoy this 5-0 record.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's a 17-game season.
I'm with you. Hold up, my turn. Now listen, like you said, JJ, let me turn around and look at these Philadelphia Stank fans. Like you say, the 30 other NFL teams, right? No problem. But when it comes to them rotten, dirty, like if you ever been to Philadelphia and you smell the stench in that city, that they represent how rotten, of a place it is. Like JJ said, I never have respect for a team who got up and hand clapped because our star receiver, probably the best receiver we ever had, which they call him the playmaker, and Michael Irvin had a career-ending injury. I got no respect for you rotten motherfuckers. I don't wish no good on y'all. I don't even want to be in your city. Like the stench in your city, y'all need to go protest to the mayor because it's a damn shame that a rotten, dirty city could be like that, bro.
Yeah. So I hope Dallas puts it on them. And look, you know what? Here's the difference. Philly fans gonna be acting like it's a Super Bowl on Sunday.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, and let's say they win. Oh, we beat a team with the backup quarterback, and y'all gonna be acting like it's a Super Bowl.
They're not gonna win.
Y'all act like y'all been there before. All right, y'all have a little professionalism, please.
They're not gonna win.
I hope
they
not.
I told them, they little quarterback who like to run around, we gonna break him.
Woo-hoo.
We gonna break him. I don't even see Jalen Hurts going to four quarters with us because he has a target on his back. Oh, he likes to dip the pocket, huh? Oh, okay, you like to run out the pocket. We're going to have that spy. Remember that safety I was telling you about, number 6? He going to spy him all night and put hurting on Jalen Hurts. That dude ain't going this whole game with us. Our defense is ferocious.
Our defense is legitimate. But I will add, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid yet. It's week 6.
Oh, I'm drinking it.
Don't get your heart broken again.
No. I'm drinking it. Because one thing that, since I was a young boy, what they always told me, defense wins championships, fam.
Yep.
And look, I'm drinking it with a backup quarterback because I done seen a lot of game managers with a good defense go win the Super Bowl. Who was the quarterback from Baltimore?
Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer, when they had that hell of a defense, they went and won.
Rex Grossman went to the Super Bowl against Peyton Manning.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm
Chicago
telling you,
defense.
like, y'all got to read in between the lines. I didn't see Cooper Rush. Yeah, was the plays though? The running game was working. So why you gonna go against the running game when you got a powerful defense? So why you gonna throw it to the air? And I think he had 101 yards.
No, it was net passing. So that like factors in other stuff. I don't know if it's penalties and stuff like that. Net passing yards was 76. Yeah, we beat the Super Bowl champs with 76 passing yards. Even if it was 101 yards, you don't call it gross passing yards.
Yeah, but man, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. It's all about health though. Right now with this team intact, with our defense intact, if our defense can stay healthy, we got a legitimate chance to go to the Super Bowl. Because like you say, if it happened one time, if it happened two times, we could be like that. But 3, 4, 5 times, we held teams under 20 points a game, and each game it go down more and more. I'm drinking hella Kool-Aid with some extra sugar.
Let's do it. Hey, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to fill up my cup of water. In the meantime, check out our friend from KOCBD.
We all have battles. We fight. We train. We work. We persevere. And we celebrate. We are all one.
I can't do anything if I can't walk in my prosthetic. It's a lot of pain that I feel throughout my day. It can be very intense. Now I just put that balm over it and it will heal up much faster and it will let the callus recover. That's amazing. It is a total game changer. I am hooked. I'm just hooked.
Life is hard. KO makes it better. KOCBD.com.
Yes, sir. Again, KOCBD.com. Very, very good friends. But even if they weren't our friends and I hated their stinking guts, they have a product that makes me feel better. My whole family uses it. I promise y'all I use this every single day. If you're in any type of pain, back pains, arthritis, whatever the case, this will bring you relief. I'm not saying this might bring you relief. Stop taking all that medicine. Stop putting all that acetaminophen in your system. Trust us when I say this is a great, great pain relief, all natural. Check them out at KOCBD.com. Use the discount code TSB10. Watch it change your life, for real.
Let's get into it, Jay.
Yes, sir. Big Christmas week.
Like we had a couple of upsets. We had a couple of downfalls with this fight the previous week. Getting put to the side. We had another downfall of the Queen dying and postponing Savannah Marshall. Well, Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. And now, on the same day, we got Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall.
Ding.
Um,
See if you remember.
Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius.
Ding.
Devin Haney versus George Kambosos.
Ding. One more. Let's pass the test.
I just had it in my head.
I'll give you a clue. I look a version of him if I had 17 Domino's pizzas sitting in one night.
Huh?
You always call me him. Caleb Plant.
Oh, yeah. Caleb Plant, but it's on that Wilder card, though.
Yeah, it's on the Wilder card.
That is a big fight, though. Caleb Plant versus Darrell, right? And I was scrolling up my articles and shit today. I see this post come up. I say J.J. Solomon put up the odds. Speak on this.
No, yeah, we were just talking a little bit about what we think is the best odds for an upset this weekend. We have people voting on there talking about. Basic question I was asking is we got 4 big fights. Corey just named them all. Some were rescheduled, some were postponed, some are rematches, some are returns, and some is just heated rivalry. And I just presented a question: who do you think has the best chance of getting upset this week? And look, man, let's bring them up, Corey. Let's talk. Let's bring them up. I guess this is the best way to do it. Let me lower my mic a little bit so I can see this computer. But let's talk about Caleb Plant, Anthony Darrell. This one, surprisingly, well, I don't know if it's surprising. Not very many people picked this as an upset. They said this is pretty obvious Caleb Plant.
Yeah, I could agree with that. But Anthony Darrell is a dog, right? And this is my thing right here. This is the chance I give him. Caleb Plant ain't coming into no fight after getting knocked out against a tune-up guy to see if all his logistics back.
Yeah.
He coming in straight off a knockout. So I know a lot of people not pick. I pick Plant to win this fight, favor him. He's supposed to win this fight. Would you agree?
100%.
But I give Anthony Darrell a good chance because you have to remember Caleb Plant coming off a knockout.
And what's Darrell coming off of? A knockout. Clean uppercut. What are your chances if you had to put a number on it of you seeing an upset on this fight? And would you be shocked?
No, I wouldn't be shocked. I would say I would favor it 53-47 right now.
All right, you got it pretty close in.
To Caleb Plant. I do think Caleb Plant gonna win this fight. But my thing is, coming off a knockout, Anthony Darrell is hungry, man. Yep. He want this. This is his moment, to really just make his mark, beating even though he been champion before, but like Caleb Plant said, he never defended it. I mean, he defended his belts, but he lost them, right?
And a heated presser, bro. You got to sprinkle some of that in, some emotion. Like we're talking about Lukey last week, you got to be able to control that emotion. Yeah. They are mad at each other. You know what, though, bro? I'm so surprised that everybody's saying that fight, well, between that and Haney. No, but there were still some Haney-Kambosos votes. But considering Plant came off of a knockout against Canelo, people were still damn near unanimously picking him to win this fight. Mm-hmm. And they're not even blinking for the most part. Everybody just thinks if Plant wins, I feel like it's gonna be a decision. I can't see Plant knocking out Darrell, but we'll see, man. Next one we have brought up, we're gonna bring up for you is the Queens fighting after the Queen passed. Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall. Chances of an upset. Right now, Clarissa Shields is the favorite, but she's fighting in Savannah Marshall's backyard. All the extra stuff, she beat her in the amateurs. Clarissa's still the favorite. Can we see an upset? Will we see an upset, Corey?
I'm not sure. I favor Clarissa Shields to win this fight, but when it comes to boxing, they say styles make fights, right? And I think Savannah Marshall got a style that could give Clarissa Shields problems. Let me get this clear. I got Clarissa Shields, the clear-cut favorite, right? But I think when I look at the Clarissa Shields and I look at the Savannah Marshall, they styles offset each other. And I think Savannah Marshall's is wrinkles in there where she could get off if she don't let Clarissa Shields' pressure, her relentlessness, get the best of her. If she let Clarissa Shields be relentless like that all night and don't make a stand and hit Clarissa Shields with something to make her think about it, this is going to be a night, not an easy night, but I favor Clarissa Shields in this fight. Probably doing it the same way because this is a close competitive fight.
Super close, man.
Is Clarissa Shields the favorite? Absolutely. I say like 50,
Ooh.
54, 46.
54 for Clarissa?
Yeah, for Clarissa.
So you saying it'll be close? Clarissa gonna make it ugly, right? Yeah, she has to make it ugly. Yeah. She has to make Marshall uncomfortable. Marshall's gonna have huge support, bro. Like that place is gonna be jumping, and Clarissa's gonna have to block it all out and fight the perfect fight. If you put both their perfect fights against each other, Clarissa I think wins it. But Clarissa gonna have to come ready, dude.
She gonna have to be because it's like I don't know. I'm ready to see that pop on Clarissa. That's the one thing I think she missing is that pop. Does she have a style that could overwhelm you? Yes. But I hope that she transform that pop.
Yeah, something a little more crisp.
Because like she's a worksman, right? She she a worksman.
Yeah.
Like she
gonna wear you out.
She gonna wear you out.
Make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, uncomfortable. Savannah Marsh is more of a technical fighter, boxer, power puncher, sits on her punches. Not saying Clarissa don't, but we ain't seen that pop yet. And with that pop Savannah Marshall got, and with the heated rivalry and everything behind it, Clarissa Shields could possibly walk into something with the type of style she got. Because like I say, styles make fights.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Shields is the favorite, but I could definitely see this fight being an upset.
Yep.
And, they might do it again because the world is waiting for that fight. We don't have them listed on here, but we do have Baumgartner and Michaela Mayer fighting. Mayer's the favorite on that. Baumgartner can punch. So that could also be an upset, but Michaela's a...
Yeah, I got Michaela Mayer. I like Baumgartner. She just going to have to show me. Like, she a champion, but she going to have to show me, right? Because when you dealing with a guy, with a girl like Michaela Mayer who fundamentally sound all the way around, could punch, box, and do it all, and you just known for power, not usually when a fighter who could do it all lose to a fighter who just known for power, right? So, yeah, I'm more like on this 65.
Yeah, same here.
35.
I'm right there with you, man. The next one is the revenge, the rematch, the repeat or revenge between Devin Haney and George Kambosos, coming back to Australia, back to Melbourne, site of the first murder. Devin Haney's coming back. They say these killers come back to the side of the crime.
Yeah.
And Haley's back. What do you think, man? Out of the 4 fights, in terms of this one being an upset, is this the one you feel most comfortable about?
Yeah, this the easiest dog in the yard to walk, in my opinion. But let me say this: Kambosos been a champion. He did it the harder way. I know people want to say, "Oh, T.O. was sick." Well, he shouldn't have put himself in that position. I can't go off if he was sick because if it was so life-threatening, if you knew this before the fight, you let your ego and your pride get into the way, and I'm not gonna let that reign on Kambosos. Excellent victory he had to get you. Kambosos is a fighter who did it the harder way, just like Devin Haney, right?
Yep.
He a guy who have a chance. One thing we noticed about him, he been quieter in the lead up to this fight. What he gonna do different is yet to be determined. The first fight we seen complete domination from the first round to the 12th, in my opinion.
Yep.
By Devin Haney. And when I look at Devin Haney, a guy who been trying to have everybody take him in for this long, he finally got the world into the palm of his hands. And when I say I don't see nobody who, just in boxing period, who is focused as this guy. When I look at Devin Haney, he flashy just like Floyd was, right? He might not talk as much as Floyd, but he flashy. But the one thing he got from Floyd is just because I got all this money, that's not gonna stop me from working.
Oh, no doubt, bro.
So with this, I got it like 99.5%.
Oh, yeah, 99 to 1.
99.5%. I give Kambosos a 0.5% chance. And the one thing that Kambosos could catch him with is not a lucky shot, because he's a fight on this level. He could catch him on his chin,
And we've heard firsthand.
Firsthand. So that's the only shot I give Kambosos in winning this fight.
He's going to have to put combinations together. He's going to have to do something different. Here's a question I asked you, though. With Haney already kind of dominating Kambosos, Haney ended up on a lot of people's pound-for-pound list that he wasn't on before. Is there
ours.
On ours, yeah, definitely on ours. Is there a way Haney can fight the exact same opponent? What does he have to do to climb that pound-for-pound list in most people's eyes? Or do you think there's nothing really he can do? He's going to stay the same because Kambosos is just kind of a lame opponent?
Oh, no. He could definitely climb that list. Devin Haney have already showed us domination in the ring where he can outbox this guy from round 1 to round 12. Devin Haney showed me, which I was looking at him like, I just thought he was trying to be like Floyd. You know, I'm going to take everything you do good away from you.
Yep.
And he did that.
We talked about it, too. I remember you were puzzled with
Yeah,
that.
Like, he did that. You got to give respect. When you're wrong, and you have to admit that I was wrong about that. He did that. He took every best attribute away from Kambosos. But your question, yeah, he could definitely move up because Devin Haney showed me in that last fight he that's skillful enough, JJ. You hear me? To where he could actually sit down on his punches if he wants to, because to me, it's nothing Kambosos could do with him. I think if Devin Haney get him out of there or he have them stop this fight, of course. How can you not climb the undisputed champion of the world in 135 who did it the harder way?
Stopping the former champ in his own backyard, bro. That's what I want to see from Haney, dog. I don't want to see another 12 rounds to 0 clinic. I want to see one of these guys have that killer instinct. You know, everything everyone talks about Tank is his power. Well, let's see one of these other guys come in and put it all together, a skillful performance, and then cap it off with a finish. I want to see that killer instinct from Haney. And if he does it, dog, if he goes and washes George Kambosos in 6 rounds, he could be jumping up that list.
I think he could do it, though, Jay.
Yeah, you seen Haney kind of in that 5 through 8 in the pound-for-pound list, and some people still had Canelo ahead of him. I think we had him ahead. But Canelo looked kind of regular against Triple G. Haney comes out here and mops the floor with Kambosos. Maybe we see him up in that top 5, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like, you got to put some respect on Devin Haney's name now. Shout out to Ness and them. They had this dude named Bernie the Boxer on their show, and I'm not going to address this on this show. I'll do it on.
No, you good, bro. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. There's people watching.
Yeah, you know, they had that guy, right? I call him Bernie the Bum.
Bernesto?
Nesto and Ringwalk Danny. I call this dude Bernie the Bum because he spoke on us, talking about why y'all let them come up there. Who the hell is you to ask another grown-ass man why they let us come up here? Like, Bernie the Boxer, the only people know you for is licking a sweat from Terrence Crawford balls. So shut up talking, right? And he had the audacity to come out and say, like, this was a stupid does moment for Bernie the Boxer. How can he have the audacity to come out and say Devin Haney can't get no better and he's only 23 years old? His ceiling is right there. You got to be a stupid mother, shut your mouth to say some ignorant stuff like that, Jay.
Dog, Haney's still growing, man, developing right in front of our eyes. How in the hell do you say we seen his ceiling? Look how long Floyd's career lasted. You know, like all these guys, Haney don't take big shots. Haney's going to last a long time. So, no, you're absolutely right, Bernie.
And this is my thing with Bernie, though. I'm sorry for cutting you
off.
No,
man.
This is my thing with Bernie, JJ. They like the people who in their camp, because you know Devin Haney got into a little back and forth with Keyshawn Davis,
Keyshawn Davis, yeah.
And this is what they do. Everybody who in that camp, Bernie try to downplay the fighters that's in their weight class. So just because you got Keyshawn Davis, this pup, he a silver medalist.
Yeah.
And we give him his respect for that. But he's a pup in boxing right now. He ain't did nothing like what Devin Haney did to where you can sit up here and shit on Devin Haney and say this is his ceiling because you got the wiener dog and Keyshawn Davis on your team, and you want to try to downplay Devin Haney. That's
he's just doing damage control for camp, and man, it is what. There's always gonna be a Bernie the Boxer. Yeah. Anyway, and then with the last one to cover, bro, and you made a bold prediction on this one. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Mr. Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, coming back after a hellacious trilogy with Tyson Fury against Robert Helenius. Now, bro, I'm gonna tell you the results on the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram poll. This fight was up there in which fight's most likely to get upset this week. What do you think, dude?
Was it the one?
Huh? This was the W.
This was the top one?
Yep.
So a lot of people are starting to, like, this is my thing right here. Deontay Wilder got something that's game-changing, something that the historians always tell us. They like to pound us in the head. Shout out to my dog, General Big Fish. I see you on here, General Big Fish. What's popping, my guy? But the historians, right, they always tell us what they always tell us, always leave a fighter last.
The power.
Their power.
Yeah.
So with Deontay Wilder power and Robert Helenius' lack of defense and his over-aggressiveness, that could probably play a part where, like I say, I understand Deontay Wilder is the favorite. And
No
he
doubt.
should be, right? But Deontay Wilder done been through a lot, Jay.
Oh, a lot.
He done been through a lot. Like, he done had to do some soul searching, and he still got it in his mind where he putting out interviews where he think Tyson Fury cheated. And they said, why you didn't pursue this legal action? Because you had nothing to pursue,
man.
sir. So, mentally, that showed me Deontay Wilder not all the way back yet. Do he have game-changing power? Absolutely. That's what's going to always. That's what made Deontay Wilder his power. But I think Robert Helenius is a guy who could box and also take a punch. Like if he could last them early rounds against Deontay Wilder, Wilder in trouble.
Bro, and you were the first one to call it, and it almost seemed like I forgot who was the first one to vote on there. But once other people saw that people were starting to vote for Helenius, they started voting because I feel like they kind of opened their eyes. Because when you think Wilder versus Helenius, most people never seen Helenius fight, but just go check him out. The dude's got some skills, and he's got something that could expose Wilder that we've seen in the past, bro. But listen to this. I don't know if y'all bet or not, but this is not financial advice, but Robert Helenius is plus 750 to knock Wilder out. Meaning, if you put up $100 for a Helenius knockout, you're gonna win $750. So,
it's a knockout.
yeah, it'd be a knockout. It's plus 500 for him to win, just straight up.
I mean,
I don't think he's gonna. Oh, he could outbox Wilder,
he
yeah.
could outbox him and knock it.
But it's plus 750, dog.
Helenius a big man.
Yeah.
He a big man. His 1-2 is credible. His uppercut is credible. He have some of the intangibles that could pose a lot of problems for Deontay Wilder. Do I favor Deontay Wilder? Absolutely. But I'm not picking him to win this fight. I'm picking Robert Helenius for the upset.
You straight up picking him?
Straight up picking him for the upset. It possibly could be by knockout, but you know what? It might be by knockout. I would advise people, don't listen to me. You got to understand, when you could drop 100 and win 750, that's what we say. What we do. If we don't take no risk, there ain't going to be no rewards. This is the type of fight that you could take a risk and it could be a huge reward.
And it's not far-fetched, bro.
It's not.
We've seen Wilder get shook. We've seen him get shook by, by smaller guys or whatever. So we could see this happen, man. So if you got an extra 100 to spare, this is not financial advice, but I would say, hey, at least consider it. I'm going to be in the casinos all day Saturday, so feel free, if you don't have any type of online betting accounts, feel free to cash at me. I'll make that bet free of charge for you, just for our Spit Bucket supporters.
That's a good bet, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm definitely gonna be laying down some money in the sports booking area, and because when you said Helenius, I predict Helenius by knockout, it kind of opened my eyes a little bit. I was like, damn, this could happen. So we'll see. So out of those 4 fights, name them highest chance of upset versus least chance of upset.
I think the highest chance of upset is Robert Helenius defeating Deontay Wilder, and I think the least upset is Kambosos beating Devin Haney.
I agree with you, Mr. ILTBA, 100%. Yeah, man, I think that's it. Did you want to talk about Spence's comment or no?
No, we'll
Save it for tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Monday Night Football time. I know these
Monday
people.
Night Football, everybody down there. We'll save this for tomorrow because it's heating up.
It's heating up.
See, this is what the people want, and it's heating up.
We got to see something.
They get what they want. Let's go on and address it real quick, Jay.
You want to address it real quick? Because I don't have the pictures. I know you showed me.
I got it. So let me read this off what Earl Spence said. Earl Spence stated.
Get on the mic, Corey.
Earl Spence stated he could talk all the shit he wants on Twitter, but I promise you, he ain't beating me. He deceiving whatever fans he got because he ain't got none. Bob Arum let him go because he couldn't sell a damn thing. I wanted this fight to prove I'm the best, and I'm going to show the world that I'm the best welterweight in the world today. Right? So think about it. That's yet to be determined if he going to beat Terrence Crawford, or if Terrence Crawford going to beat him. We ain't got to talk about that, but the belief that he supposed to have, he supposed to talk like that and believe that. But when he said he could talk all he wants on Twitter, but I mean, when he say he deceiving whatever fans he got because he ain't got none. That's the reason why Bob Arum let him go, because he don't sell a damn thing. Is we lying?
No.
Is Spence lying on that?
No, not at all.
That's why it was this gigantic, deal that had to be made, and Terrence Crawford had no choice but to take it. But JJ, that's what we want.
That's what we want. We want to see signs of life, not complete silence. And I was good with that. Now, I was 100% good with that because I want to see fighting words. I want to see how Bud responds. Like they're making movement. They're making splashes. What I don't want to do is sit here and talk about what another YouTuber said or somebody, but now we see words from Errol Spence Jr. We see him poking the bear, Now we're going to see either Bud's going to respond, Bud's going to move on and fight somebody else, but now the ball's in Bud's court.
No, I think they both put out statements to where I think we know this the fight that's happening next. But the thing is, to me, it never made sense to do it on November the 19th, even though it never made sense. Because why is you going to do a fight when
Thanksgiving, football season?
And, it makes sense after that to do the fight. Don't try to compete with
college football. Yeah, you
Saturday
can't.
night. Don't do that.
No.
JJ, to be honest with you, this fight might not happen until March or April of next year, Jay, because you got to wait for the college season. Now, basketball ain't what it used to be. You could compete with them all day long.
We could do it in March. We could do it in February. Why not February? Late February, March.
February, March. Yeah, February.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro.
Yeah, but
What about what Floyd said about Heyman waiting? Floyd said, I know what goes on at PBC. I'm Al Heyman's business partner.
Yeah.
That fight ain't happening anytime soon. It's going to happen down the road. So what I'm asking everybody, let's stop all the it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. It has to happen. And
do you think Earl Spence fight somebody before that?
man, I hope not. There's too much that could go wrong.
Would you be mad if he did?
I wouldn't be mad.
I'm saying, but would you be upset if it ain't his fault?
No, I wouldn't be upset if either one of them.
Got more options.
Errol Spence has more options. Look at his, what do you mean? Just for a little tune-up fight, whatever?
He just got more options, period, because he Earl Spence and the other guy's Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, he's got more options. I wouldn't be mad if actually, I would be, because you're risking something bad happening.
I thought that against Danny Garcia.
Well, you thought it was against Ugas, yeah.
I thought that against that. I didn't know how he was going to be versus Danny Garcia. I also thought that against Ugas, but Earl came back and showed he's a well-oiled machine. Ain't nothing changed. He done got the nooks and crannies out of his game, and he's back on point. But now, I don't want to see I'm not going to sit in front and say that I'm just giving hypotheticals, would we? But Earl let it be known that is the fight, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I don't think Errol would be putting that out there if they weren't getting close, bro. So hopefully we hear an announcement. I would love to see it cap out an amazing 2022 because we've had a great one. But we'll see. That's yet to be determined. I don't want to waste any energy. I don't want to be shouting in this beautiful studio right now about whose fault it is. But, you know what I mean? But it's been a good show. It's been a good Monday back. You guys go back and enjoy some Monday football. Are you good? Are you good to head out of here?
Shout out to everybody on the 2142 across the pond. We'll see y'all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Everybody, y'all make sure y'all go like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about the Spit Bucket Podcast. We got a lot of things coming. Y'all know how we do. It's Mr. LTBA with JJ Solomon.
JJ Solomon. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great night.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. LTBA. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day.
And this is JJ Solomon.
And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast. and this is the Spit Bucket Podcast.